Add 3,000, so now we can hold a ton of gold. And we could add to that later on if we really wanted to, but we don't necessarily have to. I mean, you know, it's got enough long pointy bits. Welcome back, friends, followers and transients to Foundation with me, Vapor. Or should I call myself a wall breaker Vay? Jeez. Man, all the issues I was having in the last episode, I think we're going to put it down to derpiness. Because I think that's essentially what it was. But look. The control button. Hold the control, you get red. Boom, 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 boom. Gone. Just that easy. Man. That was driving me absolutely insane in the last episode. Also, John pointed out the bit of wall I had here was back to front. But I've now, I've removed it for the time being. You can also click on those bits too. Magical. So, for the moment, we're going to leave this. We're going to leave the foresters to chop everything down. And we're going to start expanding our town. Because we need to get some population. Now, food is starting to catch up. Clothing, yeah. Kind of doing something. What are we looking for? This is what we're looking for. Where's the... yeah. So we got plenty of wool, but still not enough weavers. I mean, what is going on? How many weavers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weavers. And the worst thing is, these guys... oh, okay, so some of them do have wool. I think maybe that's part of the problem. What? There's no people working in these ones? We didn't assign people? Ooh. So here's me insulting the game. Absolutely terribly insulting the game. When it's my own intelligence, or lack thereof, that's caused the issue. Let's get the game going. So the next 2 people that move in, hopefully, they move in down here. Oh, they're probably going to move up here though. Because this area is nicer. So if we pause the game, if we're quick enough, if we put in decorative trees, I guess maybe let's drop another one of those in. Can we not see the desirability, please? Thank you. Let's make, because this is the weavers in the woods, so we still. Wow, that save game was pretty. Oof. Didn't waste any time. I've literally just loaded the game up and started playing. I was not expecting that. Hopefully that helps. It might not. Okay, so the goal of this episode. Goal number 1, don't break anything. Goal number 2, definitely don't break anything. Goal number 3, start to expand around this way. So that's what we're going for. We want to try and, I think 500 population would be good. But we've got to balance everything that's going on. So at the moment, all this is pretty close to each other. I think we can potentially use these warehouses to move things around, but like I've said before, and I've not had any confirmation, maybe I should ask the devs, unless you guys know, of course, if one warehouse person will carry goods to another warehouse. So let's say I put a warehouse here, will he come all the way down here, nick things from here and take it up here? Because if that's the case, that's perfect. If it's not, if I put a warehouse here and say, sure, you can hold tools. They're going to walk all the way around here, all the way here to grab tools. And it's just such a long walk. Where did that house get built? Not where I wanted it to. Pause the game. Let's see where female 183 is. Where are you? Well, to be honest, I kind of expected you to do that. How can we fiddle with this? I mean, it's a bit of a walk, that isn't it? Especially when we're trying to go for efficiency. Who lives here? What do you do? You're a transporter. What about you, John? You're a builder. Okay, so John, you are no longer a builder. You're going to be a weaver. Weaver. There we go. Hopefully I've done that right. And Antonia, weaver. You are now going to be a transporter. And you are now going to be a builder. Easy swap. And we've got some more people coming. I don't know if I should turn that off for a second. I'll just turn the speed of the game down. There we go. Perfect. So hopefully they will get assigned. There's John. Richard. Okay. think it was a woman, but something's gone wrong there somewhere along the lines. So, yeah, so I'm a little bit unsure how it works. So I'm kind of thinking, for the time being, until I ask the devs, have we bought most of this? We should kind of set up a new settlement. And we've got options here. So this one's got stone and shroom berries. So we could go with that. I might buy you as well. Because that is a long old distance, isn't it? So let's start setting this up. In fact, while I think about it, let me go to this, because I don't want anyone else moving over here yet. That's not to say that I'm not going to expand over here. I just kind of want to go around in a circle, see if I can encircle this kind of mountain, and if I can get that working fine and everyone stays relatively happy, expanding like that way won't be so difficult. This is going to be the difficult bit. Okay, where have we got residential assigned over here? We've got it here, so let's go do that for the moment. We don't want any more houses here. You're foresting here. Let's just add to that. Oh, that's a little bit laggy, isn't it? This is going to be one of my concerns about the expanding. Basically, whether or not the game can take it, because obviously it's not optimized yet, is it? A little bit more of that from around here. We can always put decorative trees in afterwards. A villager is upgrading his house. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do this a little bit different because everyone keeps asking me. Let me put this one. Everyone keeps just put a big blob of housing in. Just do that. You know. Let's see what happens. So you ask. In this instance, I'm going to give in. There you go. No, we'll do it a little bit bigger than that. There we go. So we want to see what people will do. So, there we have it. In fact, can I leave that on for a second? I think I can. Yeah, there we go. Just while I'm setting things up. So I don't... Oh yeah, I've still got that. So someone's literally chose to live there, interestingly. I'm not too sure why. So, we need over here, first and foremost. I'm going to put a warehouse... We've got one there. Let's put one off the side of this road. Oops. Just gonna put one of you there. And I feel like... There goes the autosave again. That is really, really going for it this time around. We'll put two of those in. Got a couple more villagers coming. We then need a stonecutter camp. I might put more than one in. How much stone? To be honest, we're still generating a lot of stone. I think we might go with two this time. Let's build up the start. We can actually trade this stuff. Not that we need the gold. But should we ever have the issue, yeah, at least we got that. There's some gathering camps. I think we'll put a couple of these in, because this is potentially going to be the area that provides food for a substantial area. This is probably too many. It's probably overkill, but let's do it nonetheless. We're going to go for a bit of a somewhat reckless stream. Let's see, video. You know why I said that? I had a comment. I think it was Jake. Ooh, I think it was Jake, and he called it a stream. So I don't know if he was referring to me doing this on a stream. Yeah, it was Jake. He said I should kind of do something like this on a stream. So I was just kind of remembering that in my mind. Hence me calling this video a stream. I mean, obviously I do stream quite a bit on Twitch these days. 3 times a week. Twitch/Vapor Gaming. For those of you that have not been, we've got a really cool Planet Coaster Park coming along. Yes. Right, okay, so we got that up and running. I'd be interested to see if the house is built on this side. As soon as there's going to be jobs there. I don't know. So at the moment, we've got that. And then we need somewhere for them to shop. To be honest with you, I could put the marketplaces here. I don't really want to use this area. I mean, this to me seems more like a house area. We're going to need a well over here. I mean, I could put them next to each other. This potentially would make some good farmland. Maybe. Yeah, we'll build it here. Okay, so these are up and coming. Perfect. I guess we need to tell one of these to collect tools at some point. And it'd be interesting to see if the game actually does that. Let's buy you. And now we haven't put any forestry kind of buildings over here either, so again, could be kind of interesting. Right, so we'll wait for the well to build. And then we'll put in the other bits and pieces. I'm tempted just to put a fountain right slap bang in the middle of town. Because why not? Does that mean we have to remove some of the area around there? Because that means we could actually, potentially... Where's the fence? Getting carried away with myself now. Oh, there's some people moving in. We could just have a little something going on here, you know? Something like so. We'll leave, say, an entrance kind of like there. Is that telling me buildings are being built? When I get focused, like I'm like a cat watching like something that it's going to pounce on. I literally stare at the screen, so I don't see anything else that's going on. Just burning through tools here, like there's no tomorrow. I think I put 2 fences down there, didn't I? Maybe not. He did make a noise like I did, and it does look a little bit strange. Oh, that's perfect. You read my mind, game. Okay. Decorative tree. And another one. And another one. We might put some bush in there as well later on, but that will do nicely. Okay. Oh, so the houses are building over here. So first off, you can have 2 people. For the time being, we want you to accept that. Bread. Tools. And I guess nothing else. Because that's some of the basic stuff. Yeah, we've got plenty of planks, so they can bring that across. We don't really need to bring wood across, although wood could come from here. So maybe. So we'll do that. What about stone? We're going to have, although maybe this one can accept stone. So this one can hold 2 people. Your stone. So I accept stone, shroom berries. And I think that's it for you for the moment. We won't give you anything else. So it's interesting how they've moved on that side. Down here we're probably going to put some farmland, but let's get the markets up and running. So we'll have a gathering market. What was the other ones? Bread. Clothes. And this is going to be the interesting one. We're probably going to have to put more weavers and stuff over here, because this one isn't going to work for us, I don't think. Why can I not see clothes? Gathering camp, stone, market, fountain. Where are you? Bread, clothes market. Oh, sweet, awesome, perfect. So we're getting all these buildings and not enough people. Right, so what are you... maybe we should just follow one of these people. Let's follow you. What are you doing? I'll speed the game up. Whoops. I'm interested to see what they do. I'm going to transport mandate. And you could probably be watching these all day. Wow, they're going a long distance. So they were getting bread. So that, if there's bread in this one... No, there isn't. That is a long old trek. Damn. Okay, we've got another house that's appeared here. That's probably to do with the desirability though, right? Yeah. Well, that kind of makes sense. We can turn that off now, don't need it. That does make a lot of sense, I understand that. Okay, so we've got 2 people there, I guess. Wow, I built those really close to each other. That one's bakery, isn't it? Bread. Yes. Perfect. So I guess we'll chuck... Let's start collecting berries. We're not getting anyone else, have we? No. I would prefer the people here to do that, but it doesn't matter, does it? We're going to see if we can keep the happiness high, then we know we're doing it right. And as long as things, I mean, things are potentially not going to appear out of stock, but whether or not these people have access to them over here is another thing entirely. So it's all about the happiness. I think that's how we're going to have to judge if we're doing the right thing. Budget, we got plenty of money, haven't we? The wrong thing. I always clicked the wrong one. Just thinking about getting some sheep farm up and going. Maybe here. Okay. So let's start painting some stuff. So, oh wait a minute. I could hear you all screaming out in horror. Look, he's not done it again. The gatherers are going to go miles away, which they've probably already done, in all fairness. Let's paint some farm fields. Ooh, perfect. Huge amount of area here. We can have a whacking great big farm, or two, in this area. So let's start building a farm. Why not? Farm. I wish it would kind of in alphabetical. What have we run out of there? We ran out of something for a second. Have I literally drawn it the whole way up there? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so let's kind of go here. Perfect. Turn you off. So that literally they're building to their own heart's content here. I'm not controlling it. Oh, the only thing I've controlled is a massive circle. So interesting to see what they do. Sign one in here. Another one in here. So we're going to start having berries. We need to, the next house that moves in, we need to start getting the gatherers to work. So if we've got you here, I can't remember what the secret was. Was it 2 windmills? I think it was 2 windmills. I say secret. It's not really a secret, is it? But windmill. I kind of like the idea of these being a little bit higher up. To catch the wind. Two that we might need. I think it might have been 2 of them and a couple of bakeries. Oh, we're actually short of cash. Well, there's a first. It's probably all the spending, because all these buildings cost money. I mean, how much did that bakery cost me? Upfront cost 300. So yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay, let's whack the speed up a little bit. There's no point playing it slowly. We know what we're doing here. We're just after a mad expansion. What is that? Oh, it's the windmill. Have I built that in the residential area? I have. We don't want that in there, do we? Hopefully we don't lose what's in there. Maybe put another one over this side. There we go. Okay, we've got a couple of people in, so let's assign someone here. And someone here. I don't know if they're going to be able to get... Are they accepting bread? No, but they are. Oh, they've got loads of bread. Maybe we should get these getting some bread as well. So bread. Cloves, I suppose. Are these accepting cloves as well? I don't think we're going to need bread in there. Let's refuse it. I think this is going to be the one. We could empty the stock. If that actually works. I've never actually got around to seeing if that works. Oh, it's got 50 in stock already. Okay, perfect. Does it tell you desirability average? Okay, so they've got their needs met. This is the other thing you can do, is you could go into each individual person. There's no church over here. Clothing. Although, there's a church up here, I think. Is it classed as a church? Classed as a Lord Manor. So I don't know if they will go up there or not. Maybe we need to build a small chapel. We shall see. Have we got more people arrived? We have. We'll chuck one in there. Perfect. We now have a farm. Have you got enough people? We've only got one person. Okay. Let's get some more berries. Perfect. We'll let the money build up a tiny bit, and then actually we can do it now, can't we? Let's get a bakery in. Or can we not? Oof. Something really hurt the old financial situation there. I'd like 2 bakers. Come on, give me some gold, people. Gold. Please. Perfect. Have we got any more new people yet? Nope. Look at all the resources we've got. Like, if we could trade, like, we could just sell tons of this stuff and make an absolute killing. I think we need another... Let me have a look at this. We need another smelter, potentially. We might have to look at that. Just to keep the tools up. I mean, you know, it's not like a major issue, but we got loads of iron ore. We got quite a bit of coal. Not a lot of iron bars. We probably need another smelter and at least another blacksmith. Villager is upgrading his house, no doubt. Are we getting more people? We have. Let's put 2 people in here. Let's get this going. So, within a small margin of error, I would assume most people are relatively happy over here. Desirability average. Still got 96% happiness. It's kind of working. What are you two just standing at the well for? What are you? You are market tenders. Oh, is it because you've got nothing to do? Okay. That's fair enough. So population 128. It's starting to go up slowly. Now as these houses build up, more of these houses over here will upgrade to these nicer ones as well. Yeah, they've done it over here too. I'm just wondering... We're not short of tools. I'm not really panicking. I'm just saying, like, in the long run. But even so, we don't need to do that. What we could do is we could have them building it over here. And all we need to do is bring over some coal and some iron ore to, say, here. And have tools being made here. So, I mean, I don't know how much... This is the other question, really, I suppose. Is how much is the maximum a trader can carry at any one time? Now, we know they can only carry one commodity at a time. But what's the biggest stack? And does it depend on... what it is? So let's say if it's cloves, they could carry 50, but if it was an iron bar, they can only carry 10. I don't know. I'm gonna post some of these questions to the devs, I guess, and then we can answer some questions in the next stream. I guess, you know, it may be simple, it may not be, but we'll find out, and it'll give us a little bit more information. Okay, so we need another farmer. Perfect. We don't need any millers yet. Are you accepting? You are. There we go. You may as well accept that too. I think we should get one person in there just ready, because we don't want this disappearing across the map somewhere, because it will potentially happen. If a warehouse person over here requests, so he's going to come up here and pick it up. They reserve it, so no one else can touch it. So only they can come and get it. So that's just something to bear in mind. I think most people are aware of that, but yeah, they reserve items. Even if it's across the map they're going to travel, it's reserved. Nobody else can have it. And as people don't die, it's not like they're going to drop dead and then it becomes free again, which is kind of morbid, I guess. But yeah, just putting that information out there. Okay. So the process here is starting up. So they didn't make a huge field, so we're going to probably have more than one farm in here. Damn. The bread is going through the roof all of a sudden. What happened there? 1 minute it was fairly low, the next minute it's really high. The cloves are definitely starting to build up a bit now, probably because I assigned some people to these buildings. Let me turn the borders off. There we go. How are we going? 132. So the population is going up slowly. I think we're on the maximum speed, so we can't speed the game up anymore, but it is interesting to see how the house is building here. I like the fact that some of them are perfectly, like, straight, and some are slightly arched. I remember looking at something on the Kickstarter for this where it had a little image, and it was showing how the houses, like, judge where they build, and I think at some point they might kind of interconnect. I think. I don't know if that was something they were doing. I mean, it could be something, you know, I'm remembering something completely inaccurate, but it could be true. I can't remember. I dream things and think they're real. Now when you wake up the next day and you're like, did that happen? That happens to me a lot. It's probably because I do these sort of games a lot of building, so I kind of somewhat live in a bit of a fantasy world in that sense. Oh, look at the population. Okay, so we've lost 1 point of happiness. It doesn't necessarily mean it's to do with over here, but okay, so let's just have a nosy around. Okay, so they have got access to faith. The question is how far away is that church? They've not had a house quickly enough, which is random considering. I think they walk into the town centre first. I think they still arrive here and then walk all that distance. So maybe it's just how long it takes them to get here. The desirability probably isn't nice here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's because of this. But we can deal with that, right? We have ways. We just hide off this ugly camp with a couple of trees, and nobody even knew it was there. It's gone. Desirability increased. Next person will probably move in there. That's more than likely what will happen. Okay, we got a couple more people. You're fine. Did we put anyone in any of these? We did. There we go. I'm tempted to build a church over here. That will increase the desirability a little bit. Maybe if we do it up here, and let's just quickly double check. Yeah. Let's do a tiny, like, chapel. Even though their faith is fine. Where's the church? There it is. We can still add. Let's go for a red one. We can still kind of add to it, can't we? We're not going for something ridiculously big here. Church, where's the door? Perfect. Cross. Now it's still going to. I don't necessarily want to put a bell tower in, but it's going to need one because I don't think it plays the bell chime without one. So we're just literally going to do something like that. Do we put a decorative tree either side? It's not going to have a stained glass window either. This is just going to be a very, very basic little chapel up in the woods. Oh, there you go. The desirability increased instantly. I told you someone would be moving there. We've got it down. We know how this game works for the most part. And someone's moved in there too. Awesome. So we've got a couple more people. You're okay. You're okay. You got plenty of bread. Not a lot of clothes. We're probably going to have to do some weaving over here. Let's sign those two in there. Perfect. Let's turn you off and turn you off. Look at that, eh? The magic of it. It's such a good game. Man, and the fact that they're adding water, I really hope that's in for the next patch, which was the end of this month. I think, did I mention the date of that? I can't remember if I did. 1 second, let me check my email. I think it was the 26th. Beta is renamed to Open Alpha. Okay. Yep, June the 26th. So that's when that will happen, which means there'll be an influx of new players as well, which is really, really good. Lucky them. What I might actually do at that point is make a small video as well, based on what we know about the game. So like 10 top tips for new people jumping in. I think that might be an idea, and it'd be also good for you guys if you kind of maybe missed an episode and there's something you've not picked up. But I'm gonna shoot an email to the devs and ask a bunch of questions, and maybe we can use that to aid us. We definitely need another farm down here at some point. We've got wheat. Now the thing is, they could potentially be accepting wheat from elsewhere. That's something else to remember. You've emptied, so we'll leave you as refusing. Accepting tools. Perfect. Have we got more people? We have. Cool. Let's get our 2 bakers going. Oh, we got a house upgraded already. That, to be honest with you, that looks really good placement. It's a shame that his door is kind of sideways, but it's interesting to watch how they build when I'm not controlling what they do. I mean, I am controlling them in a roundabout way by making the desirability slightly different, but I just thought it'd be nice to have this in the middle here. Actually, while we're waiting for things to happen, let's get some bush. Oh, there goes the church bell. It's time for the sacrifice of your pockets into the coffers of the church. Let's go around here. Oh, beautiful. I want to live in this area. This is where I'm going to live. It just needs a tavern. Oh, that'd be really awesome. Why didn't they need to add a tavern? They need to add... You could have somewhere to have a beer. I mean, I don't drink beer personally, but I can imagine some of these people would enjoy a cool beverage. If that's assuming they have some level of refrigeration at this technology level. I don't think they do. But nonetheless. If they had ice-covered mountains, you'd have the brewery up the top, wouldn't you? Or at least the tavern. Keep the beer icy cold. Okay, so we got all that going. Still a few positions that need filling, but I'm tempted to add some kind of elaborate... Let me put my borders back up. Some kind of elaborate sheep farm. And by elaborate, I just mean I'm going to put some fences in and stuff and make it actually look like it should. So we'll kind of stick to where these trees are. Let's just budge forwards a bit. So we'll have one here. It's all going to be part of the same thing. We need to see which way they're going to walk in. And we're probably going to need several of these. But let's just drop in two for a second. And we know we need tons of weavers. Because we know what this game is like when it comes to that. Where's weavers? Windmill. God, it's so hard to see. I wish we were in alphabetical order. It would make life a little bit easier. Weaver's hut. There we go. Okay, there's one road there. I mean, we could technically put one of these here, so make it look like part of the... And in fact, it's right next to the... One of you there. We're going to need more than one. We know that. We could probably even sneak one here. Where's that road going? There it is. Let's put one on that road. So we'll let them do that. We've got 99 tools, so we can at least get some fences done. And we've got a few more people coming in. Oh, we have 4 people with no jobs. You've all got people. You're not. There we go. You're cool too. Definitely need another farm down here at some point. Although we got so much bread. As long as we've got stock in these things. That's the main thing here. We're going to have so many berries. It's ridiculous. Stone is still one of our lowest things, but we won't chuck anyone in there yet. I think let's assign some people into that. 2 more people. Let's move this out of the way because it's hiding the messages there. I think we might need to expand potentially the residential area. They're using a fairly big chunk of it. Let's make it less of a circle. There we go. And if we shrink you just a little bit. Kind of come along this road. Just give them a little bit more space to expand. Perfect. Okay, there we go. These only take 1 person, don't they? So there you are. There's our 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not abusing it, trust me. I've just put in a couple in. There we go. So we're at 148. We're getting close to 150. Only 2 more houses to go. And we have lost a little bit of happiness. The problem is, what I would like then to add is we've got these desirability levels. There'd be nice to have one that had like a happiness level. So when you kind of looked over the map, you could see, you know, like from red to green sort of thing as to potentially where you have a problem. Because once you end up with a massive town, it's going to be really difficult to figure out where your unhappiness is. And it doesn't specifically always tell you. So I think it does, but you don't see it as often. It doesn't say, you know, didn't have bread I think it does. I think they tweaked it to make that a little bit easier while the development process was going on. I think I remember them saying something along those lines, so potentially that would be it. The next people, there we go. There's one weaver, and there's two weavers, so we should definitely have some clothes for this place. So that won't be a problem over here anymore. Wow, you got loads of bread. The good thing is this can be kind of a staging point for expansion around here. It's just making sure we've got jobs for people. That's one of the downsides, I think, for this game, in a sense, at the moment. There isn't a profession of nothing, so to speak. So if you take, let's take Banished. In Banished, if someone isn't assigned a job, they're just basically a labourer. In this game, if you don't give them a job, they don't do anything, and they get unhappiness from that too, which is not great. So in order for me to build the population, I've got to be constantly producing goods. The other option is I could put more markets in, and they would obviously collect goods and sell it, so we could have markets in more places. That's one thing to do, and at least we're not producing more goods. But yeah, and we could also sell, but then that requires us to build lots and lots of treasuries to increase the amount of. Oh, there's an idea. We could have like a bank, let's call it, just in an area somewhere that has loads of the treasuries to hold the money. But yeah, you can't just have people wandering around aimlessly. So that's going to be one of the pitfalls in a roundabout way to us growing the population. We're just going to have mass amounts of resources. Although I could probably just have a shepherd area when I think about it, because that seems to be one of the things that we're struggling to get the most at the moment. Fence. Is it decorative fence, or is it just called a fence? Fence. Okay. So we're just going to kind of do what I like to do the best. I'll do a little bit of decorating. Although the sheep are going outside the fence, because they're naughty sheep. That's how Little Bo Peep lost her sheep, I guess. Because he was a sod and wouldn't stay inside the fences. Does he not know that there was wolves outside? The big bad wolf. Oh, she's milking the sheep. I really hope they... in fact, I was going to say, I hope they put a better animation in, but I kind of don't want them to at the same time, because it's a little bit hilarious to me. You know, with this warped kind of mind that I have. Perfect. I'll add more as we need it. We're going to probably need more sheep farms, but I don't know. It depends. What are we accepting in here? We should accept wool. Clothes. Accepting. Perfect. Oh, where are the sheep going? Okay, we've got a couple more people. So, I think that'll be you. Okay, I think all these are full now, if I remember right, apart from this one. But this little town's coming together okay. I'm quite surprised at how they build. It is interesting. I think where's the manor? Lord Manor. Core. This is going to be the bank. Let's do it now. What are we looking for? This one. I think we'll have it up on this hill. Extension A. What's the door? Put the door on this bit if it'll allow us to. It will. Perfect. And then we need these. Now I think the height of these is important. So if we look, where is it? Adds 250 to village treasury capacity. So you can see that number going up. It's now 1,500. But that's too tall. It looks silly. I don't mind having it of a reasonable height. Well, that's 500. Yeah, that's not a bad height. So we're going to add a couple of these. Oh, we can connect them up as well. Interesting. Is that the same? Should be 1,000. It is. There's another one. And then we'll probably start trading out some of the stuff just to sell through it. So we've got a potentially another goal here. Okay, they're not the same height, but they are. Let's see how much money we can get. So population and money. Money's pretty simple when you kind of think about it. Well, it is at this stage. It wasn't at the beginning. Are they 500 each? Is that really... How did that even become... Oh no, there we go. It's still going to look pretty. I can tell you that much. Potentially we could have probably made it a little bit prettier, but... Yeah, I just want to increase how much money we can have. That looks really weird. Do something like that. Okay. Let's see if we can move it to try and make them look a little bit more. Yeah, okay. And can we sneak an extension through there? We can. And you, can we connect you that way? We can. Now we're trying to make it look a little bit more, you know. There's people like, give me a job. I'm bored. Give me a job. I'm like, no, I'm busy. And it looks like bloody Hogwarts or something, doesn't it? There we go. Perfect. Well, that's going to give us a little bit more money. Wow. Okay. There is people crying out for work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Oh, there's always one. In fact, let's chuck another builder in. So we're at 1,600 population, and we got no more jobs. I think we might buy this area here. Seems we've got a bit of dollar. Man, I've got to stop clicking that thing. And we can turn this off for a second. In fact, how are we doing for space? We've still got a little bit of space for them to build more homes. I feel like we should build something up here. We haven't got a forester thing over here yet. We don't really need it, but I kind of feel like we should. Maybe we should expand into this one as well. Let's buy that. Because then we can start collecting more food. Not that we need to, but it just gives the people something to do, I guess. We definitely need another farm down here. They can have a bit of a walk though. That's the only downside to that. I suppose we could put some... I might put 2 in here actually. A bit of a walk, but it's not like, you know, we're not short of bread. And like, we've got 124 in here, and they only sold 8 this week, so like they've got plenty in there. And yeah, so we're kind of fine for that sort of stuff. Okay, so you've got no wool. That's interesting. Is someone pinching a wool from here? Oh no, possibly, could be. We got tons of wool. Where is it? Close my menu. Wool 905. Yeah, there's plenty. I guess they're not moving it around enough. We could put another trader in. I think we're going to need quite a few with it. Trader warehouse. I don't know. I don't know what to call them. They're a warehouse, but they're technically traders and transporters. I think that's one thing we definitely need to put more of them around the area. That actually doesn't look so bad once it's built. But that's going to be the bank. I feel like that needs some kind of wall around it. Get a couple more people moving in. Okay, I'm going to make you farmers, although there's no farm for you to go and work at yet. But you can do that if I can find it. There it is, farmer. Farmer. It's in the same place each time. I'm still getting confused by it. Farmer. Farmer. I think we need another 2 people, right? Let's close this menu. Perfect. So the next couple of people that move in will be the next 2 farmers. Well, it's been an interesting experiment on... Well, there we go, some more people coming. On how they build if you really don't necessarily control them. I mean, I kind of did. We've got to admit that. Just by doing stuff like that. But still, they've sprawled out. I guess some people will move over this side now because the desirability's probably gone up. Not as much as I would have thought. That's interesting. I would have thought it might have gone up a little bit more. Is this not finished? Ah, no, it's not. So it's just these back bits here. It doesn't look that bad. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by that. I thought it would have done. Okay, we've got a couple more farmers. Perfect. There we go. Well, what can I say? I think I'm actually quite happy with how it's gone. At 96, I think that's what we started off with as well. So we've clearly done something right there, I think. The happiness is gone back to where it was. Is this finished now? It is. Monument effect on estates. You see, this doesn't really do anything at the moment, does it? Plus 55. Add 3,000, so now we can hold a ton of gold. And we could add to that later on if we really wanted to. But we don't necessarily have to. I mean, you know, it's got enough long pointy bits. I don't know if we need any more long pointy bits, but I mean, I don't know. Can you ever have enough long pointy bits? Who knows? That's a question for you guys, I guess. But on that note, I think I'm going to end the episode right here. It's been quite interesting just to try and do it this way. In a sense, if you think about it, we've literally done what you do at the beginning of the game in an episode. So we've like built a fully functional civilization in an episode, only because we've got the goods everywhere. But you know, let's gloss over that. Let's sound impressive. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. But until next time, as always, take care.